A very good morning to all of you. I'm Shanali from Behind Me International Media and you're watching our morning bulletin. And starting off with local news. Well, the Bank of Canada delivered another interest rate cut on Wednesday, lowering its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points to 3.0%. However, the central bank also issued a cautionary note warning that Canada's economy could face significant challenges if the United States moves forward with its threat to impose blanket tariffs on Canadian goods. In its report, the Bank of Canada outlined a severe scenario where tariffs could not only push Canada into a recession later this year, but also could push inflation higher. Governor Tiff Macklem emphasized that the potential for a trade conflict triggered by these tariffs presents a major uncertainty and could disrupt the Canadian economy. While the rate cut was anticipated, with the Bank of Canada being described as one of the most aggressive cutters in the world, the central bank refrained from offering concrete guidance on future interest rates movements due to the uncertainty surrounding the tariff situation. The threat of U.S. tariffs set to take effect on the 1st of February has raised concerns that the Canadian economy, which was poised for a strong recovery in 2025, could now face a significant setback. Economists had previously expected growth with inflation under control and earlier interest rates cuts priming the economy for a boost. The Bank of Canada cautioned that any few tariffs could push inflation up temporarily, depending on how long the tariffs last and whether expectations of inflation also rise. A trade war could also impact the Canadian dollar, making imports more expensive and possibly further driving up costs. As of now, the situation remains fluid, with both the extent and nature of the tariffs still unclear, and the potential for the retaliatory measures from Canada adding another layer of uncertainty to the outlook. The Canada Border Services Agency, or the CBSA, reported an attempted illegal border crossing in Niagara, Ontario, where an individual jumped off a moving freight train as it entered Canada. The person was arrested by CBSA and RCMP officers in Fort Erie and returned to the U.S. after being deemed inadmissible. This incident is part of Project Disrupt and Deter, which monitors vulnerable areas along the Canada-US border. The project is part of Project North Star, aimed at disrupting human smuggling operations. The Canadian government recently announced $1.3 billion in funding to enhance border security, including new surveillance technology. Public Safety Minister David J. McGuinty emphasized that these joint efforts between CBSA and RCMP are crucial to preventing criminal activity and preventing both Canadians and Americans. This announcement comes amid concerns over U.S. President Donald Trump's threat to impose tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods unless both countries curb illegal migration and drug trafficking. However, officers have clarified that the border security plan has been in deployment for months and is not a response to these threats. Now, crossing over to the United States, President Donald Trump has signed a settlement agreement to end the lawsuit he filed against Meta after the company suspended his account following the January 6 Capitol attack. The settlement requires Meta to pay $25 million, with $22 million going to a fund for Trump's presidential library and the rest covering attorneys' fees and other plaintiffs. The settlement marks a shift in the relationship between Trump and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who has worked to align with Trump since the 2024 election. Meta has relaxed its content moderation policies, ending partnerships with third-party fact-checkers and implementing a new community notes system. In recent months, Meta has made other moves aligning with conservative values, including ending diversity programs and appointing Trump ally Dana White to its board. Still in the U.S., President Donald Trump is definitely acting on the statement where he said there's only two genders, male and female, as U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order aiming at restricting gender care for individuals under 19, directing the Health and Human Services Secretary to end federal support for treatments like puberty blockers, hormones, and surgeries. The order also excludes coverage for gender transition treatments under federal insurance programs and seeks to stop federal-funded medical institutions from providing such care. The move has sparked legal challenges and criticism from transgender rights advocates who argue that it undermines access to essential medical care as well. On the other hand, conservative groups have praised the decision as a return to sanity. The order is part of a broader effort to Trump to roll back policies on transgender issues following his pledge to his supporters. More than 26 U.S. states have already implemented restrictions on gender care for minors. And finally, here's your weather forecast for today, the 30th of January 2025. We are waking up to a chilly morning with temperatures sitting around -3 degrees Celsius, and it will feel much colder due to the wind chill, making it feel like -8 degrees Celsius at times. So if you're heading out, make sure to bundle up and keep those winter layers on. Cloud cover will stick around throughout the day, but we should stay mostly dry for now. There is a small chance of light flurries or snow showers later in the afternoon and the evening. You may see a dusting of snow between 7 p.m. and midnight, with only around 1 to 2 centimeters expected. Tonight, temperatures will drop to a -6 degrees Celsius, and with the wind chill, it will feel closer to -10 degrees Celsius, so it's going to be another cold night. As for tomorrow, temperatures will stay below freezing again, with a high of -4 degrees Celsius. Winds will make it feel even colder, so be prepared for wind chills near -9 degrees Celsius. You could see more light snow or flurries throughout the day. Well, that's your weather report. Stay warm and stay safe, Mississauga and Canada. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.